You got a brilliant business idea, right? But do you ever feel like you're just hitting a wall when it comes to getting support? You are definitely not alone. Trying to navigate government grants and schemes can feel like you're in a maze, blindfolded. But what if someone just handed you a roadmap? Well, today, we're diving into a key session at the upcoming VAIGA 2026 conference that sounds like it could be exactly that.
Okay, let's get right into it. We're putting the spotlight on Mr. Premraj P. He's a joint director at the Directorate of Industries and Commerce, and his session is all about one thing: connecting businesses with the actual resources they need to thrive.
You know, this is the question, isn't it? It's what every innovator and entrepreneur asks themselves. You've got the vision, you've got the drive, maybe you even have the product, but what about the funding, the policy support, the guidance? Well, it turns out the answer might be a lot closer than you think, hidden in systems that were designed to help you succeed.
So here's how we're going to break this all down. First, we'll meet the expert, Mr. Premraj P. Then we'll dig into the mission of his department. After that, we'll get to the main event, what his session is all about. And finally, we'll talk about why this is one opportunity you absolutely do not want to miss.
All right, first things first. Let's get to know the speaker. Who is the person tasked with making all these complex government programs, well, simple?
I think this slide perfectly captures the two sides of the coin here. On the left, you got Mr. Premraj P himself, the individual expert. And on the right, you have the powerful institution he represents, the Directorate of Industries and Commerce. And believe me, that's a major force in shaping economic policy and driving real industrial growth.
You know, when I look at his credentials, one thing really jumps out at me: that B.Tech degree. That tells you he's not just a bureaucrat pushing papers. Nope, he's got a deep, technical, nuts and bolts understanding of how industries actually work. And that practical, ground-level perspective is exactly what you want from someone in his position.
So, he has the expertise, but how does that translate into action? Well, it all comes down to the core mission of his department. And that mission is all about fueling the very engine of our economy.
This diagram here gives us a fantastic snapshot of their strategy. See that gear right in the center? That's the MSME, and everything revolves around it. They're focused on three key things: using their experience to support these businesses, actively promoting the MSME sector, and of course, driving sustainable industrial growth for everybody.
And hey, just so we're all on the same page, when we're throwing around the term MSME, what are we actually talking about? We're talking about micro, small, and medium enterprises. Think about the small businesses, the local manufacturers, the startups. These are the absolute backbone of our industrial community.
So here's the bottom line. This isn't about short-term fixes or temporary band-aids. The Directorate is playing the long game. They are actively shaping the entire industrial landscape. They're not just writing policies from some office. They are on the ground, providing services that can literally make or break a business.
All right, now for the part I'm sure you've been waiting for. We know who he is, we know what his department does, so what exactly is he going to be presenting at VAIGA 2026? The session is called Promotional Schemes for MSME Sector, and honestly, this sounds like a total game changer. Just imagine getting a step-by-step guide to all the government initiatives out there, from funding opportunities to tax breaks, the whole shebang. This is where policy becomes profit.
Here are the quick details for you. The presentation is going to be in both Malayalam and English, which is fantastic for making sure it's accessible to everyone. It'll be a digital presentation, so think PowerPoint, Keynote, that kind of thing. And most importantly, it's confirmed this session is definitely happening.
Okay, so we've covered the who, what, and where. Let's finish up with the most important part, the why. Why should this particular session be at the absolute top of your agenda for VAIGA 2026?
The short answer? Because it's designed for you. It doesn't matter if you're a farmer with a big idea, an academic studying economic trends, or a business owner looking to scale. Seriously, whatever your field is, this session has something in it that will directly impact your work. This quote right here, it just gets to the heart of it all. Bridging the gap between government schemes and beneficiaries. This session is all about closing that gap, taking what's written in a government document and making it real on the ground. It's about connecting you, the innovator, the entrepreneur, with the resources you need to make a real difference.
So don't just be a spectator, be a participant. The organizers have even provided the speaker's contact information. So start thinking about your questions. Circle the date on your calendar and get ready for what promises to be an incredible experience at VAIGA 2026.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. The support you've been looking for, it's out there. The knowledge you need to take your work to the next level, it's about to be shared. The only question is, are you ready to seize it? Because from what we've seen today, this session at VAIGA 2026 could be the key that unlocks everything.